It is the leading story this morning. The man accused of murdering Nosicelo Mtebeni, the 23-year-old law student at the University of Fort Hare, will be back in court. The 25-year-old Alutha Pasile abandoned his bail application last month during his first appearance. Mtebeni was dismembered and her remains discarded in a suitcase and a plastic bag. The case was postponed for further investigation last month. The gruesome murder shocked the country in the month set out to celebrate women. Abongile Jantjies is in East London to talk about today's proceedings. Abongile, very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Just paint a picture for us of the court proceedings there. What do you see?
Well, Simpiwe, a very good morning to you and to the viewers. Well, the students have come out in their numbers today to really support Nosicelo Mtebeni, the late law student, here at the East London Magistrates Court. The suspect is expected to appear briefly here today. It's a guessing game for now what will happen, but since he had abandoned his bail, and according to the NPA, he didn't even want legal representation, maybe that might change during this court appearance today. As you can see behind me, the students have come out in the numbers, especially the members of the SRC leading the forefront, saying this perpetrator, alleged perpetrator, shouldn't come out of prison, and they're saying that they'll do everything in their power to make sure that he remains behind bars, and that's the law. He faces the full might of the law. Well, the proceedings are expected to start at 9 o'clock this morning, but they have come here. They said they will abandon their studies today to support Nosicelo, the late Nosicelo. But with me, I do have an individual who is in charge of issues of gender-based violence at the University of Fort Hare, Dr. Rihanna Olofsson. A very good morning to you, Doc. You're once again here on the Nosicelo Mtebeni matter. How has life been since she was laid to rest?
It's been tough. I think everyone has found that it's been very tough. A case like this just reminds us, though, of the scourge that we experience in the country all the time. I think because this case was so gruesome, and it just shows how little the life of women is valued in the society. It's really made all of us step back and think about what it is that we can do in order to stop the scourge of gender-based violence and femicide.
You are very close to the students. We saw during the memorial service, and even behind the scenes, even after the official memorial service, you even held another memorial service later on that day. How are the students coping, particularly those who were close to her? How is the morale at campus now?
I think the morale at campus is still pretty low. This has been a great shock and a trauma at Fort Hare for all the students and staff. The students are being supported by the university in terms of psychological services, and I think that that's been extremely important, and the university has done well with regards to that.
The effectiveness of those psychosocial supports, are you seeing any change so far, or is it still a long way to go?
I believe it's still a long way to go. I believe that, especially a case like this, it will take some time for the students to be able to recover from something that happened so close to home to one of their own.
And her family, when was the last time you were in touch with them?
I'm not really in touch with the family. The university management are in touch with the family, and they have been supporting them with psychosocial support as well. And the alumni chapter of the university has been supporting the family. They've been raising money for Nosicelo's family as well.
You spoke about drafting a plan to address the issue of gender-based violence within the university, and you are spearheading that. How far is that matter now?
We are still working on getting the gender-based violence unit established. We believe that the gender-based violence unit will be established very early next year. The advertisements are busy getting ready, for the positions. And so now we're just waiting for HR to start the process of appointing this team that will be working against gender-based violence at Fort Hare.
Okay, lastly, academically, when you see the percentage of studies of the students, how are their marks during this time, and seeing that they are still coping with this, and the safety of coming, people, a lot of them are living off campus, so particularly in this area of East London, safety measures when they walk to campus and to and back, how is that going as the university?
Unfortunately, I don't believe that enough has been done in terms of the off-campus students and in terms of safety for that. But once again, the university is working on and is championing that we should actually have more residences, and in terms of the students who live off campus, you can then, if there's more space in residence, because the residences are all full, then there can be more safety for the students.
I thank you so much for your time, ma'am.
Thank you.
And all the best for today.
Thank you.
Well, Simpiwe, that was Dr. Rihanna Olofsson, who's spearheading issues of gender-based violence at the University of Fort Hare. Well, now we'll have to leave it there, Simpiwe, as we have to make our way inside court as proceedings, I believe they have started now.
All right, just before I let you go, Abongile, do we know what time the court proceedings will start?
They said sharply at 9 o'clock, Simpiwe. That's why I'm also pressing myself to be inside. But our other colleagues are already inside, but they are expected to start sharply at 9 o'clock today. That was according to the court manager of the East London Magistrates Court.
Okay. All right, Abongile, thank you so much for joining us. We'll touch base with you a little later on in the show as soon as the court proceedings start. Our reporter there, Abongile Jantjies, outside the East London Magistrates Court.